Super Eagles, on that try. Wait. Person must have his doctor around him every time you watch a Super Eagles game. But all the same, I guess the fact that they scored 3 goals, I say, is a whole lot as to what to look forward to. Victor Osimhen, with his 32nd goal in his international career in 48 appearances, and he is actually inching very close to the late Rashidi Yekini's 37-goal tally, being the all-time scorer for the Super Eagles. What would you? It seems to be a game of 2 halves, as it is. The Super Eagles dominating the first half. Tunisia coming through in the second half.
Listen, I just enjoyed the emotions that you guys went through. You and Daniel, and the fact that you kept mentioning we shouldn't relax, because they are prone and known for that. And yeah, you had the game in the palm of your hands. Probably should have wrapped it up or closed it. You didn't do that, and there were some anxious and nervy moments near the end. But I think overall, they deserve the 3 points tonight.
Huh? Bless a village will almost catch us.
Honestly,
but we ran far.
Honestly, we did across the border, so what kind of it make them reach us? You understand? Well, so far, I think the Super Eagles have done well. Congratulations to them. They've made it to the top of their group, and they've qualified for the round of 16, which is the big one to come. For Sime, he has pulled his sleeves up and he has fought really well, because there was a point in time that he was running from attack to defend, even ran past the midfielders to go and defend. That's how much passion he has for the team and how much he wants to actually play for the team. So congratulations to them. And almost the last minute of the game, we almost, our heart almost dropped in our hands because of the way the Tunisians were coming. And the impact player didn't really give us much as expected, but so far we're able to secure the 3 points, which is most important.
And that is what matters at the end of the day, irrespective of what the result turned out. 3 points in the bag is key. And Bongani, again, I'm quite surprised at how this Tunisian side turned out. Ultimately, when you're talking Africa Cup of Nations, in the last 7 encounters, this is 7 times, 7 times they're meeting, the Super Eagles have had a victory 4 times over the side. They've only managed 1 win, which was in 2021 AFCON, as it is. And maybe they left it too late.
Yeah. It was, I think from Tunisia's point of view, it was a bit of a slow burner. Obviously, Nigeria were fantastic the first half, but the second half, you just got the feeling that they took a little bit too long to get themselves back in. The one alarming thing for Nigeria is just that, you just seem under threat every time they're under attack. There's not that solidity about them when to ride a wave. It's almost like whenever there's a wave, it's almost like they might just concede. But I must say for Tunisia, Mabry, the number 10, was unbelievable. His technical ability and how we just sort of opened things up for them and created opportunities. And in the end, created a stressful ending for Nigeria.
Well, the Tunisians have won 3 of their last 5 second fixtures at the Africa Cup of Nations. Incidentally, it wasn't to be in this particular one as the Super Eagles of Nigeria continue their fine form against the Tunisian side. But let's run through how proceedings came through. And the minute Ademola Lookman shifted to that left part, we saw a good cross that came in. And Sean, we've been talking about the fact that Nigeria do carry some aerial threats that they're not taking full advantage of.
Yeah, eventually, I think it must have been the 4th or 5th header that he managed to score this particular goal. And, as a striker, is to continuously, you want to get into these areas. You're not going to score every opportunity or convert every opportunity. So you've got to continue making those type of runs.
And this was how the second goal came. Another set piece, another corner from Ademola Lookman, who have provided 2 assists in this one. And we saw the rising higher, and what a header.
The delivery is just unspeakable, because it's due to the delivery, that's where these goals are coming from. And we took advantage of, we were winning all duels, in the first half in this game. So the delivery actually helped. And you can see from there, a pocket pass, a cut back to Lookman, and a great finish from him. This is what he's known for. And that is why he is the man of the match for today.
2 goals, 2 assists at the Africa Cup of Nations, Ademola Lookman.
Yeah, look, he's been fantastic. I think we've seen his quality over the past few seasons, and obviously a massive sort of figurehead in terms of the attack. He complements Osimhen really, really well, and they seem to have a relationship of sharing the love, which is fantastic to see for Nigeria.
And yeah, and that's, I mean, I like the term there, sharing the love. But look, this was where the situation became a bit crazy. Yes, Wambali's leg got stuck underneath. I think he slipped there. And that was a bit worrying. It could have been major. Huh?
Yeah, very unfortunate. He had a bit of discomfort afterwards as well. But, this is when Tunisia was piling on the pressure. And we were all wondering about this particular incident. Because remember, I always think about this. What would have happened if he was wearing a long sleeve? Because everybody says the ball bounced, below the sleeve, and hence the fact is it's a penalty. But these were the anxious moments we were talking about, and there was no doubt about Abdi's penalty. He blasted that as hard as he could, and gave Nwabali no chance.
You could tell he was absolutely offended in that particular instance. You think there was a penalty call good?
Well, some of these decisions, sometimes you have to blame the VAR for it, because you think in real time the referee shouldn't take it. But again, the VAR has become one of the officiating system in football now, has to decide what's going to happen. And the rules is the rules. If the rules has been written, then we have to follow the rules. So this comes to a penalty that the Super Eagles conceded.
Well, you couldn't take anything away from this Tunisian side, and they came into this particular fixture in blistering form, especially with the FIFA World Cup qualifier, where they went through the group as one of the two teams that didn't concede goal in 10 fixtures, unbeaten, winning 9 of those, 22 goals are scored. My word, it tells you what they actually bring into this.